Head over to TK's American Cafe on White Street for 80 different wing flavors and good times. With 30 flat screen televisions and free Wi Fi, we're the perfect spot to catch the game or enjoy a night out. Visit tksamericancafe.com for more information. TK's American Cafe. Make sure to try our hat trick flavor. When life brings legal challenges, trust Chipman, Mizuko, and Emerson. From business law and real estate to estate planning and litigation, our experienced attorneys are here to guide you every step of the way.
From the Danbury Ice Arena in downtown Danbury, it's a spooky Friday evening for some Hat Tricks hockey on this Halloween night as the Danbury Hat Tricks are ready to take on the Watertown Wolves. For our entire production team, Patrick Rudberg here on play-by-play commentary, ready to give you a look at some Hat Tricks hockey on home ice for the first time in a couple weeks. John Beerchen's club enters tonight at 2-4 with 6 points, sitting in 5th place in the Empire Division. Danbury was on the road last weekend in the Midwest, securing a 2-0 sweep over the Indiana Sentinels after a slow 0-4 start to the season at home. As the Hat Tricks go onto the ice, only 4 minutes and change before puck drop. Now, last time out last weekend for the Hat Tricks, a dominant 9-1 win on Sunday following the 6-3 win the night before. Has the Hat Tricks back to their winning ways as they get ready to take on the Watertown Wolves, who in their own right are trying to shake off a 3-game losing streak after losing last weekend's series against Binghamton. Watertown enters at 1-4-1 with 4 points and right behind Danbury in the Empire Division standings in 6th. I'll give you the starting lineups now for the Hat Tricks. Forwards will be Drew Welsh, Johnny Ruiz, and Alexander Legkov. At defense, it'll be the first pair of Josh LaBelle and Dimitris Christou. And in goal tonight, it'll be number 31, Sebastian Risar. Risar made his first appearance last Saturday, first career game for the Hat Tricks after being signed earlier that week. Had a fantastic performance, making 50 saves against Indiana and picked up the win for the Hat Tricks' first win of the season. Legkov, one of the 3 forwards, was the first star of the game on Sunday's win, that 9-1 victory. 3 goals and 2 assists for number 91. As Josh LaBelle enters the ice. The Mississauga native has played in 6 games this season with a goal and 5 assists. Played 56 games last season for the Hat Tricks. And there you see Risar with the white mask. We'll give you the Watertown starting lineup in just a minute. Watertown is coached by head coach Justin Coachman.
Fans, please stand and rise and join us with the singing of our national anthem.
National anthem will be played now. We'll take a brief pause. National anthem is done. Got Crazy Train playing on the aux. Ready for some Halloween hockey. Lights are on at the DIA. Fans dressed up in their Halloween costumes. We'll hope to show you some of those as the night goes on. Little shots to the stands. Starting lineup for the visitors, it'll be Filipov, Igor, Darion, Bencic, Ethan Mishkin, Ryan Gill, Ian McDonald, and in goal, number 31, Brendan Colgan. It'll be Ruiz and Mishkin at the center circle. Johnny Ruiz wins the faceoff, and we're underway. Igor trying to handle it. LaBelle takes over. And Watertown now in the neutral zone. Here's Bencic on the near side. Thrown on net and covered by Resar. It'll be Josh Newberg to take the faceoff for the Hat Tricks and wins it. Crom. Forward up ahead for Kanderka. Kanderka slicing through the slot, now along the half wall. Newberg pins an opponent, now back towards the near corner. Crom pokes it deep. Bencic pressured by a couple orange jerseys. Well, Valley tried to catch it, now whistle along the blue line. First matchup between these two teams this season. In fact, it'll be 6 straight games for the Hat Tricks against Watertown coming up across the next couple weekends. Danbury won last season's series matchup 6-5 overall. Went 5-1 in the last 6 games against Watertown. The last regular season game here at the DIA was a win over Watertown. Very familiar opponent. Ryder wins the draw for the Wolves. And thrown forward, banked off the boards, and covered again by Resar. Valley tries to send it out. Kept in by the Wolves. Valley again, pressured and taken away. Centered by Demetrius. Now in the crease, and Resar forced to freeze it. Some changes now for the Hat Tricks. Raleigh, Harwell, and Robinson on, along with LaBelle and Toucanay. Face-off won by the Wolves. Thrown on net. Caught by LaBelle. Try to break out. Raleigh bounced it off the boards. Robinson to chase. Has Harwell in the middle. Centering pass off target. Back with Danbury. Robinson. LaBelle looking for a deflection, and the crease still loose. Backhand wide. Still in the zone. Toucanay thrown on net. Glove save. Golgan. First action in the Watertown zone tonight. 18-18. In the far corner. Trying to jam it out. Bird pokes it forward. Kept in there by Toucanay. Now forward off Gordon's stick, and the Wolves will change. Resar hands off to LaBelle. Circling back. Gives it to Toucanay. Cross ice to Johnny Ruiz. LaBelle spins it back to Johnny Ruiz. Leg cough, too far for him. He'll chase. An icing call. (17:24) on the clock. 3 early shots on goal for the Hat Tricks. Offensive zone draw won by Watertown. Michigan, pressured by Toucanay. Kanderka, trying to go around Gill, still along the half wall. Loose in the slot for a moment now with Legkov. Back here to the right of Resar's net. Ruiz wins the draw. Gill. Bencic. Pressured. And now with the Hat Tricks in the neutral zone, it's Crom. Pressured from behind by Michigan. Takes a hit. McDonald played back to Michigan. Bencic surrounded by some Hat Tricks and forced to play it deep. Watertown changes. Legkov deked around a couple. Now with some pace into the zone. First whistle here upcoming. Looks like it's going to be a penalty against Watertown. So first penalty of the night against PJ Demetrio. 2-minute minor will give the Hat Tricks their first power play opportunity of the night. In the near corner. Spit out to the slot. And cleared away by Henning. LaBelle and company will regroup and give it another go. Ruiz. In with Ruiz, but cleared away again by the Wolves. Filipov on the chase. Resar had to get out of his net. Ruiz with a shot. Save there from Colgan. Ruiz to take the draw to the left of Colgan's net and wins it. Pass forced back out into the neutral zone with 1 minute left to go on the power play. LaBelle resets. A couple changes on for both teams. Crom, Tomasi, and Robinson on for Danbury. Raleigh plays it over to Crom. Crom into the zone. Tried to center it. Now back with 24. Tomasi along the half wall. Pressured by Ryder. Tukane. Tomasi. Shots blocked. Raleigh collects. 25 seconds to go on the power play. Crom. Thrown to the back. Tomasi there. Tried to play back out to Crom. Took a deflection. Crom able to keep it in the zone for a moment, but forced back out now with 10 seconds on the power play. One last go for the hat tricks. In with Tukane, who backhands it on net. And thrown out by Gill. So Watertown survives the first penalty kill. Danbury 0 for 1 on the power play. Mo Valley pressured there by Igor. He's able to force a turnover for a moment, but now here with the hat tricks. Thrown forward, Delory there. Taken back by Watertown. It's Filipov, who's sandwiched by a couple hat tricks. One player, it's Ruiz without a helmet. Shot goes wide there from Michigan. And a whistle.
It is time for the illicit brewing company beer chugging contest. I'm with Ben and Matt. We're over here in TK's corner. We're going to give it a shot. First one to finish their beer, they get a gift card to Illicit Brewing on Bacchus Road in Danbury. Here you go. On your mark. Get set. Go. Illicit Brewing.
At the Illicit Brewing Company beer chugging contest now, one of the favorite events inside the arena. One of the newer ones, too. Folks out here enjoying their Halloween in the DIA. So the Hat Tricks looking to improve on their two-game sweep on the road against Indiana, make it 3 wins tonight, 13-29 in. Back in their defensive zone to the right of Resar's net. Tie up on the draw. Played out Gutierrez with a drive. That one spilled out to the left of Resar. Thrown back on net, chopped, and defended by LaBelle. Crom around the boards. Newberg trying to chase. Takes down an opponent, kept in by LaBelle. LaBelle thrown on net. Deflected off Newberg's stick behind the net. Henning banks it off the glass into the path of Filipov. Filipov looking for a teammate. He's got Bensic. Filipov behind the net. Pressured by Christou. Bensic. Mishkin. Now eventually taken back by Christou and LaBelle. Top defensive pairing for the Hat Tricks. And here he is, Dimitris Christou. Right along the blue line. Now with Utero. Andrew Utero behind Colgan's net. 12:15 to play in the first period. Sent in deep. Here's Boston Bird. Snyder tried to handle it, now forced back out in the neutral. Played in deep by Ross, and Watertown will change. Tomasi, breakout pass intercepted. Gill, hands off to Snyder. Snyder walking in with a shot. Save off the shoulder of Resar. Robinson, Legkov with some speed. 2-on-1 developing, Legkov. Robinson whiffs on the one-timer. So Legkov again finding some room in those odd man rushes. 11:25 to go in the first. Snyder, hands off for Bird. Now back with Snyder, who will send it deep. Robinson, cross ice, looking for Mo Valley, who gives it a kick and wins it back for the Hat Tricks. Players poking at it now, here with Raleigh. Falls to Newberg. Harwell, had a shot. Now in the far corner. Back out to the blue line, LaBelle. Backhanded. Loose in the slot. LaBelle again. Sends it the opposite side. Puck flipped way into the air, and icing.
Hey, fans, remember at the end of the first period, the costume contest, sponsored by Carolosi's. All right, fans, we also got some celebrities in the building. Tonight was the first game for Western Connecticut State University. The coaches,
Tonight, of course, Halloween night with a costume contest. See a lot of fans decked out in their costumes. Ruiz wins the draw in the offensive zone. With 10:15 on the clock in the first period, Danbury with 6 shots on goal to Watertown's 3. Ryder trying to break out. Bounces it off the glass. And we'll have another icing.
There's still time left to bid on the Halloween-themed jerseys. Head on over to DanburyHattricks.com and keep bidding. Just over an hour left. Bidding ends at 9 p.m. Sponsored by Gas Launch.
LaBelle took a deflection. A wicked one there. Almost made its way towards goal. Now Demetrio dumps it deep and will chase. It's Benchich who bounced it off the glass. Took a weird bounce there. And referee will blow his whistle as the net came dislodged.
movie trivia here. I'm with a movie expert, Dave Lenardi, in section 103. Dave, what's your favorite movie of all time? Goonies. You know, I never saw it. I actually have never seen it. You should check it out. I'd like to. All right. Here we go. We're going to show you a clip from a movie. If you can correctly identify it, everybody in the crowd is going to win a gift certificate for a free appetizer from the Texas Roadhouse on Newtown Road in Danbury. What's your favorite appetizer? Onion rings. Onion rings, okay.
See some more interviews now from the man himself, Herm Sorcher.
Let's take a look.
Dressed up in his own Halloween costume. Looks like we got a Star Wars theme of some sort.
All right, you know what? If we're having a technical difficulty, I'm going to give you a line from a movie. If you correctly identify a movie and the line I give you, you win and everybody
And
wins.
speaking of Herm, we want to give a special happy birthday announcement. Happy 86th birthday to Lawrence Bronco Larry Sorcher. Happy birthday to Lawrence himself, turning 86 today here on Halloween. Ruiz wins the draw again. LaBelle flipped it out. Played down there by Ross. Welch sends it in deep. Whiffed at by Ross. Utero. High pass. Finds Filipov on the far side. Filipov stops. Bencic walking in. Shot blocked. Utero couldn't handle it. Legkov trying to get around the outside here. Legkov centering. Couldn't find the stick of Kanderka. Back in by Christou. Scrum along the near boards in the corner. Legkov centers looking for Newberg, who got tripped. At the point, Christou. Snyder pinned along the boards by Newberg. Trying to pry it free there is Mishkin. Sent in by the Wolves. Played by Risar. Fresh legs on for the Hat Tricks. It's Crom. Sending it all the way around. 8:18 to play in the first period. Belfay. Trying to deke around Gill. Won't happen. Good stick there from Ryan Gill. McDonald, backhand. Now 2-on-1 here. Momentarily, Belfay on his own now. Shot from the outside slot, deflected. Back out into the neutral zone with LaBelle, now with Movalli. Spun around, Raleigh's gonna get there. Raleigh centers, couldn't find a teammate. Demetrio will chase, and we have a whistle. First penalty of the night for the Hat Tricks coming up. It's Troy Harwell in the box for a 2-minute minor. So Watertown will get their first look on the power play. Gill behind the net will get things started. Sauced over to Bencic, over his stick, still in the zone. Poked away, LaBelle trying to race away. Gill with the stick. Falls out to Bencic. He's pressured by LaBelle. Couldn't hand it off to Filipov, and the Hat Tricks will clear. 1:15 to go on the power play. Watertown with a 16% power play percentage on the season. Here's Demetrio. Demetrio shot deflected. Risar made the rebound save, and the Hat Tricks able to clear away from danger. 52 seconds to go on the power play. Ross forward for Corgan. Utero. Corgan. Centered for Ryder. Now back out with Corgan. Pressured by Tukane. Able to win it back and bounce it off the glass all the way down with only 20 seconds left on the power play. 4 fresh skaters for the Hat Tricks. LaBelle and Christou out there. Gutierrez couldn't get past the wall. LaBelle tries to clear, still in the zone. And save there from Risar.
Fans, a reminder, at the end of the first period, we'll be calling you down. If you want to be
Only 2 seconds left on the Watertown power play. Hat tricks win the draw, and the power play is over for Watertown. McDonald sends it back into the zone, or at least tries to, as there's a whistle right along the blue line. And you look at the replay there from Dimitris. In the follow-up attempt, Resar staying strong inside the crease. Nearing 5 minutes left in the first period. Still scoreless here at the DIA. Harwell off the boards. Christou at the point, throws it on net. Save there from Colgan. McDonald intercepted by Christou. Sauced back into the far corner. Chasing it is Raleigh. 3 on for the hat tricks, Welsh, Ruiz, and Movalli. Here's Movalli with the poke check. Backhand shot just wide. Raleigh chops it away. Might have exited the zone for just a moment. Henning will send it back in opposite side. Legkov tried to poke it around. Henning. Here's Bird, deking around a couple. Stick from Movalli, excuse me. Gets it away as we are just about under 4 minutes to go. One back by the hat tricks. Legkov, backhand, looking for Kanderka. Good back checking there to win it back. Quick pass up for Legkov, laid it off for Kanderka. It's Kanderka! Save from Colgan. Snyder plays it in. Now Bird along the half wall. Ross in deep for Demetrio. There's pressure there by Delory, who wins the physical battle. Still in the zone there with Utero, who plays it back in. Delory played forward, looking for a teammate. Still with the Wolves. Here he is again. Trey Delory doing some great defensive work with the poke check, getting it out into the neutral zone. Hat tricks looking for a quick change. Poked forward by LaBelle. Belfay throws one on net, and Legkov, big save from Colgan. Going from his left to right. We'll be back in a little bit after a quick ad.
Head over to TK's American Cafe on White Street for 80 different wing flavors and good times. With 30 flat screen televisions and free Wi-Fi, we're the perfect spot to catch the game or enjoy a night out. Visit tksamericancafe.com for more information. TK's American Cafe. Make sure to try our hat trick flavor. When life brings legal challenges, trust Chipman, Mizuko, and Emerson. From business law and real estate to estate planning and litigation, our experienced attorneys are here to guide you every step of the way. Proudly serving clients across Fairfield County and Western Connecticut. Learn more at danburylaw.com. Nothing freshens like an ice-cold Coca-Cola. From classic Coke to a wide variety of sparkling and still drinks, we've got something for everyone. Learn more at CokeNortheast.com, because every sip deserves a smile.
Welcome back to the Danbury Ice Arena. Offensive face-off draw for the hat tricks. Tomasi hoping to win this one to the right of Colgan's net. 2:42 to play here in the first. Christou gave it away. Mishkin in on goal, backhand, save, Resar! Big time save from Sebastian Resar. And the giveaway from Christu. Michigan tried to go in the backhand. And stretching out was Sebastian Resar on that glove side. So Watertown will have a face-off now. Michigan there to take it again. This time against Harwell. Gill shot blocked. Still loose. Michigan backhand scores! Ethan Michigan opens the scoring for the visitors and makes it 1-0 Watertown. So with 2:18 to play, Watertown takes an early lead here as we head towards the end of the first period. Lavelle back in. Hat-Tricks looking for a response here before the end of the period. Movalle in deep. Hat-Tricks setting up the forecheck. Forward for Snyder. Surrounded by a couple, gives it away. It's Welsh. Movalle sends it around. Trying to keep it in there was Tukane. Now Kanderka. Going to go around the outside with some speed. Able to help it onto Newberg. Tukane now into the zone. Tukane, save, Colgan. Walking in there was the defenseman. Delory for Tukane. Shot, deflected off the board, still in play. As Corrigan whacks it in deep. No icing as we head towards 1 minute remaining in the first period. Giveaway in the slot. Big time save from Resar at point blank range. And another opportunity there for Watertown in a really dangerous area in the low slot. And Resar again up to the task to keep the deficit at 1. Christu around the boards. It's with Belfay. Now Tomasi drops off. Legkov shot blocked. Demetrio will send it in. And Resar almost pickpocketed by Ryder. 24 seconds. Tomasi's clearance blocked. Filipov centering. Corrigan. Blocker save. Now 13 seconds. One last go for Danbury. Harwell. Movalle will throw it in with 3 seconds. No icing. And that's it for the first period. Watertown 1, Danbury 0 after the first period of play. Goal scored by Ethan Michigan to break the deadlock and give the visitors an early 1-0 lead. We'll be back for the second period of play in a little while. Stay with us here at the Danbury Ice Arena.
Hey, Hat-Tricks fans, the wait is almost over. We're just 2 days away from the season opener from right here inside the Danbury Ice Arena. Currently, we are in our Fairfield County Bank Premium Suites. I'm the Hat-Tricks broadcaster, Doug Latuca, alongside the new head coach, John Bierchin. John, Well, let's just address the elephant in the room. Last year didn't end the way that the Hat Tricks wanted, the flag plant at center ice. What should fans expect Friday night here at the DIA?
Before we get started, I think we need to present something that's long overdue, Doug. Can I see this? Doug, congratulations on your Broadcaster of the Year award last year. We know that you've been waiting for your trophy presentation from the league, and here you go.
Wow. This is really impressive. Was this a you and Lexi special?
It came from the league. It came from the league.
Yeah, I mean, look at the attention to detail here. That beautiful headshot. This is, you know what? This is going right on the mantle. It's going to go right here for the show.
This is on brand here.
That looks good.
Can we see this before we continue?
That looks really good. Are we centered with the award? We got to move it over. John's shoulder is cutting it off.
Yeah, we'll get angled here.
We're looking good. Thank you, Lexi, for lining us up. So thank you for the award. I appreciate that. And thank you to the FPHL.
Congratulations. We have the #1 broadcaster in the league, so you need to be showcased here.
Thank you. Last year's #1 broadcaster of the year. We'll try to run it back again this year. Why not? So thank you for the presentation. Thank you to the league for the award, of course, and all the other broadcasters and some of the front office personnel in the league. But here we go, 2025-26 season. You're here Friday night. Fans have been reaching out to us all summer long. What are you going to do? How are you going to respond? So what are we looking at?
It was one of the first things that I heard about when I got hired. I think I've mentioned this before, that usually you talk contracts or when you're arriving. And it was one of the first things that I heard about was we got to handle this situation. So, I mean, there's a 60-minute game, and you know, it could happen at the beginning, it could happen in the middle. Some of it depends on when Matt Graham is going to want it to happen. So for those who don't know, kind of the way that it operates is the visiting team has to give their starting lineup to us first, and then we can just decide who we want to start based on what they have put down. So, you know, it could be at the beginning, it could be, you know, later on in the game, but it's a 60-minute game, and it'll happen at some point.
Would you say there's one particular player or a couple of players that you have tapped or mentioned to that could be in the middle of some things once that puck drops, whenever that may be?
I think there's many people that have some regrets from the way that it ended and would like to handle it. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I think there's a few people motivated to handle their business this weekend.
It's a pretty good promo for Friday and Saturday night here at the Danbury Ice Arena. John, training camp here with the Hat Tricks. It's been 2-3 weeks now. You've gotten the players here. You've gone through some drills, figuring out the roster, the personnel. What have been some overall takeaways? How have you fit in here in Danbury?
I mean, it's been parts of training camp have been slow because we've had to do a lot of teaching, but I think the guys are doing a good job of really trying to just soak it up and learn. And I'm really interested to see how it is on Friday and Saturday. I mean, we have a lot of new staff members as well, so that always makes it challenging. And we've spent a lot of hours as, you know, staff and players together just trying to get on the same page. So I'm very interested to see how it turns out. But I feel like we're as prepared as we're going to be, so we're all excited for Friday.
Typically, a new coaching staff can lean on some of the leaders in the locker room, a guy like Johnny Ruiz, who has been here since the inaugural season with the Hat Tricks, and then a guy like Josh LaBelle, who's now entering his third year in Danbury. What have some of those leaders, the guys with the letters on their chest, meant in terms of this transition period?
Yeah, well, it's interesting because, you know, it's not too many times you have a former coach now playing back on the team, but we have that in Johnny Ruiz, and he's been phenomenal the entire time since I've been hired. He's really been a shoulder to kind of lean on and just kind of educate me on things that go on behind the scenes and different situations in the league. And so he couldn't have been a better person and leader throughout. Him and his wife Taylor invited us, my family, over, and we had a very nice night together. So he's been very supportive and very helpful. So it's great to have somebody like that leading in the locker room. With Josh LaBelle, he's a character. He keeps it light, and he always keeps us on his toes, but he's being challenged right now by Jesse Swanson for best talker on the team.
Yeah, I think those all kind of figure themselves out in the first few weeks. Those superlatives, class clown, loudest in the locker room, all those types of things will figure themselves out. LaBelle has led the way, I would say, as class clown for the last 2 seasons. But Swanson, 6'8", big guy, big personality. I've only interacted with him a couple of times, and he's already towering over everybody and making his presence felt.
I'm sure he will do that on Friday night as well.
There you go. Friday night. Be here at the Danbury Ice Arena. Also, another question mark for the Hat-Tricks this year will be in between the pipes. Connor McCullum, the starter the last 2 seasons, co-MVP last year with Johnny Ruiz, no longer with the team. Hat-Tricks carried 5 goaltenders into training camp. That has now dwindled down. Do you have a plan a couple days ahead of opening day who might be the starting goaltender for this year?
We have basically tomorrow's practice. So as of this recording on Wednesday afternoon, we have one more practice and then a morning skate on Friday. So everyone is still here has done a very good job, but I think it's going to be a tough decision for AJ and MJ and I. But whoever ends up in the net, we are confident that they will be able to lead us to victory this weekend.
Hat-Tricks have had a little bit of instability at the top over the last few seasons after Billy McCreary was here for the majority of the beginning of this franchise. Then, of course, it was Kyle Gonzalez, Johnny Ruiz last year with Matt Voidy helping out, and now you're here as the new head coach for this team. When we ask this question at the beginning of the year, we get a lot of the same answers. A lot of our fans know what Danbury hockey is, what the history is like with AJ and the Trashers, and then all the way through the years. But for your style, for your team, what are you trying to accomplish here with the Hat-Tricks going into this year?
Well, with AJ coming back and having a prominent role as GM, I think we're both on the same page that if you were to have the Danbury Trashers playing in the year 2025, that's the style of play that we're going to have. Now, back then there was maybe a little bit more fighting. Some of the stuff after the whistle, even some stuff, during the play that just isn't acceptable anymore. But if you were to see like an evolution and a 2025 version of the Danbury Trashers, I think that's the style of play we're going to have. So, we really like the way the Florida Panthers play in the NHL with their, they skate a lot, they forecheck a lot, the way that they're forechecking. They have a lot of players that are just annoying out there, and we have a lot of guys that can kind of play that role too. So it's not as much fighting as there was 20 years ago, but that annoying rats on the ice type mentality that is still there. So I think you would just see a modern day version of the Trashers if they were still around.
Your relationship with AJ, of course, he was a senior advisor last year to the then general manager, Matt Voidy. Now he steps back into the GM chair for the first time since he was a teenager back with the Trashers. How has your relationship been over the last month or so since you've gotten the job?
I've been extremely impressed with AJ. Everyone asks me about him, and I say he is exactly the way you see him on the documentary. But I think that's, one of AJ's strengths is he is just a very authentic person. And, what you see is what you get, whether it's on a Netflix documentary or just in private, in his office talking. So I have to give AJ a lot of credit. He puts in the work. He does a lot of research. And, it's not any really different that he said on the documentary. And he is always extremely prepared every time we have a meeting, whether it's about lines or individual players or style of play or other teams in the league. So we have always been on the same page, like since day one. And that's always, that's a hard relationship to kind of find and a hard chemistry to find. And it's been very enjoyable that, we kind of see things the same way. And I think that's only going to show on the ice.
Friday night will be your first game behind the bench for the Danbury Hat-Tricks. I'm sure you've seen the videos. I'm sure you've heard from fans, companies that you visited over the last couple of weeks, anybody really that you've run into here at the Danbury Ice Arena about this atmosphere. What are you looking forward to most about the opener?
Just experiencing it. I've heard it's very unique and special, which is not words that you hear very often when you talk about, an environment inside a stadium. You'll always hear like, oh, they're passionate and they're loud and this, but unique is not a word that you hear very often. And that's a word, unique and special, that I hear almost every time. So I'm just looking forward to experiencing it.
What can be different about coaching in the FPHL compared to overseas where you were for the majority, or at least the last couple of seasons?
I'm sure the physicality will be a lot higher. So the ice is smaller, so that will, increase the speed a little bit because there's less areas on the ice to hide. But then there obviously is more hitting and stuff. So it'll be interesting on opening night to get to experience that again, but I am looking forward to it.
I mentioned a little bit of the marketing that you had already done with some of our sponsors, some of the companies over the last week or so that you've tried to get acquainted with. You've done a great job so far building some proposals, putting together some ideas in the office before the puck is even dropped. So I'm just going to let you give your best marketing pitch for Friday and Saturday night at the DIA opening night. I'll give you the microphone and let you go.
Well, I'll start off by saying that if you are in need of any interesting marketing ideas, we have come up with some very good ones. We like to be engaging and interactive. So if you are looking to get customers into your business, whether it's to purchase things or look at things, we are the crew to do it. We are very engaging and entertaining, so if you need any help with that, please come and see us. But Friday night's going to be great. There will be a lot of fireworks at some point, and there's going to be a lot of energy because it is opening night for many of us. It's been months since it ended. I lost in the first round in Austria. These guys lost in the first round here, so I know we're all excited to get back going. So we look forward to seeing everyone Friday night, 7:30? Here at the Danbury Ice Arena, and let's go. Rabbits, baby.
Rabbits, baby. There we go. We're still teaching him. He's still getting it. Rabbits, baby, as you all know. Summer's finally over. Hockey is back this Friday night, 7:30 puck drop against the Port Huron Prowlers. Looking for the best in beverage distribution? Choose DiCello Distributors. From Anheuser-Busch to local craft beers, we offer a full range of beer, cider, and non-alcoholic options. Serving New Haven, Fairfield, and Middlesex counties, we're committed to quality service and community. Visit DiCello.com to learn more. Diversified Printing Solutions is your full-service print partner in Danbury. With over 50 years of combined experience, we handle everything from graphic design and branded premiums to bindery mailing and small or large print runs. DPS doesn't just print, we help you communicate from concept to delivery. Visit us online at dprintingsol.com. Struggling with pain or mobility issues? Turn to Hartsburg Chiropractic Health Center in Danbury. Specializing in posture correction, sports injuries, sciatica, arthritis, and more, our patients rave about personalized care and lasting results. Visit hartsburgchiropractic.com to schedule your consultation. Recover with confidence at Hat City Physical Therapy. Personalized care for sports injuries, post-surgical rehabilitation, and chronic conditions. As the official PT provider for the Danbury Hat-Tricks, we specialize in advanced treatments like dry needling, cupping, and KT taping. Visit us online at hatcityphysicaltherapy.com to schedule a consultation. Serving handcrafted drinks, Cash and Live Coffee Creations combine flavor, creativity, and community in every cup. Visit us online at cashandlivecoffee.com or check us out in the Danbury Ice Arena. Cash and Live Coffee Creations, where every sip tells a story. Make your stay comfortable at La Quinta Inn and Suites by Wyndham Danbury. With spacious rooms, free breakfast, and modern amenities, we've got everything you need to relax and recharge. Conveniently located in Danbury, we're perfect for business or leisure travel. Book your stay today at wyndhamhotels.com/La Quinta. Looking for top quality meats? Omaha Beef Company is your go-to wholesale food distributor. We carry a wide selection of beef, poultry, pork, cheeses, and pantry staples. Visit omahabeefcompany.com to learn more. Omaha Beef Company, serving Connecticut with quality you can count on. Is joint pain slowing you down? At Ortho Connecticut, our team of expert orthopedic surgeons and specialists get you back to doing what you love pain-free. From sports injuries to joint replacement, we offer advanced care close to home. Visit myorthoct.com to schedule your appointment today. Looking for a brighter smile? Stony Hill Dental Care offers comprehensive dental services, including sedation, cosmetic, and preventive care. Schedule your appointment today at stonyhilldental.com. Stony Hill Dental Care, where your smile comes first. Get your tickets fast and easy at Tixer.com, the official ticketing partner of the Danbury Hat-Tricks. We make it simple to buy, sell, and manage tickets. Get your tickets today at Tixer.com and cheer on your Danbury Hat-Tricks. Fire up your appetite with Twins Barbecue Company. Smoked meats, bold flavors, and barbecue that brings people together. Stop by for ribs, brisket, wings, and more in Brookfield. Visit twinsbbqco.com to view our menu, order online, or find our next food truck stop. Twins Barbecue. There's nothing better than smoking hot twins. Looking to make your brand stand out? Vision Designs in Brookfield has you covered. From custom screen printing and embroidery to eye-catching signs, banners, and promotional products, they bring your ideas to life with unmatched quality and service. Visit VisionDesignCT.com. Vision Designs, where your vision becomes reality. Looking to elevate your night out? At Illicit Brewing Company, we feature a beer hall, cocktail bar, arcade, lounge, and private event space. Enjoy a diverse menu, live music, trivia nights, and more. Visit illicitbrewing.com/Danbury for more information. Start your morning off right at Grounds Donut House. Enjoy our oversized artisanal donuts paired with premium coffee. For a unique treat, don't miss our ice cream-filled donuts. If you're looking for a sweet way to kick off your day, visit us in Danbury or check us out online at groundsdonuthouse.com/Danbury. Looking for great craft beer and live music? Visit Housatonic River Brewing in New Milford. Enjoy handcrafted ales in our rustic tap room or outdoor beer garden along the scenic Housatonic River. We're open Wednesday through Sunday with live music every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Check out our full schedule and offerings at HousatonicRiverBrewing.com. Looking for reliable waste management? Choose Interstate Waste Services, your local family-owned provider since 1998. We provide comprehensive waste and recycling solutions.
Welcome back to the Danbury Ice Arena, getting ready for period number 2 here between the Danbury Hat-Tricks and the Watertown Wolves. Watertown with the first goal of the night, courtesy of Ethan Mishkin. His first goal on the season, has 3 assists already this year. Number 86 from Lipetsk, Russia, played last season over in Turkey overseas. Hat-Tricks trying to extend their win streak to 3 games and pick up their first home win of the season. And also looking to get off to a winning start in this 6-game stretch versus Watertown. Next 6 games against the Watertown Wolves. For Watertown, they're trying to snap their 3-game losing streak right now. So in a good position here as we get ready for period number 2. In deep now with Johnny Ruiz, the captain. Along the half wall. Welsh cycles it deep. Colgan's there to play it. Welsh tries to keep it in the zone. Igor chasing LaBelle. Tried to deke around one end, does. Kept into the zone. Bencic. Igor. Now Mishkin. McDonald. Didn't reach the net. And winning it, here's Legkov. Legkov circles back tries to lay it off for Welsh, but intercepted by Ryan Gill. But back with it is Welsh. Will send it in deep and get a change for the Hat Tricks. Poked there by Delory. Now with Demetrio, who dumps it in. Hat Tricks now behind the net. Off the boards, Gutierrez sends it back in off the stick of Crum. Kanderka couldn't get around the outside as Henningwell throwing in. Kanderka tripped up, no whistle. Play on there in the neutral zone. Demetrio still fighting for it, now into the zone. Shot, save. And played out of danger by Crum. Forward again for Demetrio. Ryder circling. Gutierrez with a wrister off net. Kanderka. Denied there by Ryder along the half wall on the near side. Newberg for Delory. Sauces it forward for Kanderka, who is bodied by Ryder. Winning it back for Watertown. Demetrio trying to play it in, and does, as both teams will get a change. 17:35 to go in the second period. Teams even on 12 shots on goal for each side. Tukane moves it forward. It's Legkov on the chase. That's the first stick on it, battling there with Ross. Now in the near corner. Tomasi. Cycled deep. Belfay. Legkov with a shot. Tukane couldn't keep it in. Now on the stick of Josh LaBelle, who will circle it around and let the forecheck go to work. Snyder, pressured by LaBelle, able to run away with it. Snyder, cross ice for Bird. Didn't see the puck coming, but here he is. It's Bird. Two right in the slot. It's Bird walking in. Tried to go around Resar, who denied him as he entered the blue paint. And tripped up there is LaBelle, and will get a power play. It'll be Ian McDonald going to the bench for a 2-minute minor.
Get ready for the Hat Tricks Power Play. Sponsored by Golf Lounge in Danbury Mall.
Hat Tricks on the power play for the second time tonight. 0 for 1 in the first period. They win the draw, and they'll set up shop here to the left of Colgan's net. Shot on goal, took a deflection, now in front. Raleigh shielding. Moves it for Robinson. Noah Robinson out for Crum. Gets past him. And Gill able to clear it into the neutral zone at least. Now back with him. Forward for Bensic. Henning will send it all the way down towards Sebastian Resar. 1:18 to go on the power play. Robinson lays it off for Tukane. Tukane slicing through along the near side, spinning it around all the way out into the neutral, now back into the Hat Tricks defensive zone. Under 1 minute to go on the power play. Played for Kanderka. Kanderka walking in. Plays it off the boards. Ruiz. LaBelle. Legkov. Deep for Kanderka. Trying to find Ruiz, who got caught up. Kept in by LaBelle. Deep for Kanderka, now off the netting. And we'll have a face-off with 32 seconds to go on the power play.
There will be post-game trick-or-treating on the ice. That's right, post-game trick-or-treating. Head out to the ice. Get yourself a Snickers bar, a Kit Kat, M&M's. It's all there.
Watertown wins the draw. Out in the neutral zone now, poking it there is Filipov Igor. Kandrika lost it. Now with 11 seconds to go on the man advantage, looks like the Hat Tricks will go 0 for 2 to start the night on the power play. 10% on the year. As McDonald leaves the penalty box. Shot goes wide there from Ryder. Demetrio back in. LaBelle. Still with the Wolves. Corgan thrown on net. Glove save by Resar. We'll be back after these ads here from the Danbury Ice Arena.
Raise a glass to locally crafted spirits at Litchfield Distillery. Enjoy free tours and tastings of our award-winning spirits, including bourbon, rye, gin, and ready-to-drink cocktails. Open daily with tours on the hour. Book your spot at litchfielddistillery.com. Litchfield Distillery, batch by batch. Craving a craft beer escape? Come to Reverie Brewing Company in Newtown, where every pint is brewed with passion and flavor. Catch a rotating tap list, enjoy food trucks almost every day, and join us for live events and good times. Visit reveriebrewing.com for our menu, hours, and upcoming events. Reverie Brewing. Don't quit your daydream. In the mood for a sweet treat? Visit Twister's Ice Cream Cafe in New Fairfield. Enjoy 32 delicious homemade ice cream and Italian ice flavors, including rotating specials. Plus, catch Twisters at all Danbury Hat Tricks home games this season. For more information, check them out on Facebook.
Back here in Danbury. Face off in the Watertown offensive zone. Corgan wins the draw. Demetrio tried to send off a quick shot that was blocked. Backhanded in for Robinson. Robinson, shot blocked by Gill. Falls to the opposite side. Movalli shot blocked. Raleigh, backhand. Handled by Colgan. Still not away. Now it is with Corgan. We'll play it opposite side. Ryder on the chase, trying to beat out the icing, and does. Ryder taken down. Couldn't muster up a shot to the right of Resar. Racing in there, number 25, Brad Ryder. .22 to go in the second period, still 1-0 Watertown. Harwell shot blocked by Gill. Back out to the point. LaBelle for Welsh. Welsh blocked again by Ryan Gill. Welsh still with it. Plays it deep for Legkov. Legkov. Delory, one-timer for Ruiz. Miss hit. Centering for Ruiz there was Welsh. And now flipped high in the air and out for an icing. Ruiz wins the draw. Thrown on net, wide. Here he is again. Ruiz trying to fend off McDonald. Legkov spinning along the half wall. Welsh, one-timer, Tukane. Pad save. Scrum in the near corner. Banked off the wall by Demetrio. Watertown will try to get a quick change. Tukane. Banked off the glass. Kandrika's there. Newberg with the body. Hat tricks working behind the net. Utero pressured by Newberg and Kanderka. And Bird able to see out the pressure. Now with Snyder, gave it away back to Kanderka. Played around by Crom. He'll chase. Ross around one. Roth 3-on-2 developing. Snyder, cross ice. Laid off for Utero. Another save from Risar. Sebastian Risar making only his second ever career start for the Hat Tricks. The Whitby, Ontario native. He's faced 15 shots on goal tonight. Both sides still knotted up. 15 shots on goal each. Belfay sends it into the opposite side. There he is again with the stick. Belfay pressuring Mishkin, the goal scorer, as Filipov and company will set up here in the offensive zone. Gutierrez, slap shot, glove save. These two teams right next to each other in the early goings in the Empire Division standings. Danbury on 6 points, Watertown with 4. So with a Watertown win, they would jump the Hat Tricks into 5th place momentarily, playing again tomorrow night, of course, and for the next 5 games after this one. So they'll be more than familiar with each other as this stretch goes on over the next couple weeks. Gutierrez, who had 2 goals in the last time out for Watertown. It's Mishkin. Mishkin walking in, backhand, couldn't get a shot off. Gutierrez, fake pass now, behind the net. Kept in by Gutierrez. Robinson around the boards. Blocked by Henning. Sent back in by Bencic. Raleigh. Heavy forecheck pressure from the visitors. All the way down for an icing. Halloween here at the Danbury Ice Arena had a nice display of costumes at center ice during the intermission. Lots of very creative outfits, including one who decided to dress up as the man himself, Herm Sorcher, with the classic orange quarter zip. Didn't win the prize as Gill's shot deflected off a stick. Bounced off the glass into the path of Noah Robinson. Here comes Tukane. Tukane, shot, save, and rebound. Saved again by Colgan. Under 10-minute media timeout here at the Danbury Ice Arena. We'll be back in a little bit, but first, some local ads.
It's time for a tasty, gooey treat. Crumble Cookies in Danbury has the freshest, warmest cookies around. With 6 new gourmet cookie flavors every week, there's always a reason to treat yourself. For the latest flavors and updates, visit crumblecookies.com/Danbury. Visit Danbury Duckpin Bowling Lanes for family fun. Enjoy the classic charm of duckpin bowling with 16 lanes, including a private party room. Perfect for kids' parties, senior leagues, and casual play. Open daily with affordable rates and a welcoming atmosphere. Visit DanburyDuckpin.com to reserve your lane today. Looking for a bank that puts you first? Visit Fairfield County Bank, serving Connecticut since 1871. With 17 local branches, we offer personal and business banking, mortgages, insurance, and investment services, all with a personal touch. Visit FairfieldCountyBank.com to learn.
welcome back to the Danbury Ice Arena. 9:50 to go in the second period. Watertown still with a narrow 1-0 lead, courtesy of Ethan Mishkin's first period goal. False start there on the draw. Ruiz and Ryder going at it. LaBelle's shot. Glove save from Colgan again. We'll go again to the right of the Watertown goal. LaBelle for Legkov. Cutting in, backhand. Couldn't get a shot off, but taken down. And another power play opportunity upcoming for the Hat Tricks. Legkov, who has been one of the more dynamic players on the ice. You see the feed from LaBelle. A nice cut inside on the backhand. And trying to get off a shot. Might have been hooked there by Chris Corgan, who will go to the box. So power play number 3 for Danbury, looking to capitalize this time and knot things up. Kanderka patiently back for LaBelle. Low for Kanderka. Save from Colgan. Deflected off his pad. LaBelle back in. Glove save. Brandon Colgan in goal tonight for the Wolves. Most recently played for the Columbus River Dragons and was the goalie of the year in the FPHL in 22-23 season. He's looked at tonight. Legkov. Welsh controls it off his skate. 1:30 to go on the power play. Hat Tricks looking for an equalizer here. Welsh taken down on the near side, and looks like we'll have another whistle. This time it's going to be Henning heading to the box, and a 5-on-3 opportunity for Danbury here with 9 minutes to go in the second. So Corgan and Henning in the box as the Hat Tricks go to work on the 5-on-3. McDonald's helmet fell off. And now back up with Josh LaBelle. Legkov. LaBelle walking in. LaBelle. Shot blocked and into the netting. 1:03 remaining on the initial penalty. So a little over a minute left on the 5-on-3. And then some more time with a one-man advantage. Ruiz, Legkov, Welsh, Kanderka, and LaBelle are the 5 out there for Danbury. Here's Josh LaBelle. Ruiz, one-timer, wide, off the boards. LaBelle able to keep it in. Low for Legkov. Cross-side, score! Drew Welch at the back door ties it up for Danbury. And it's 1-1 at the Danbury Ice Arena. Look at the feed here from Legkov walking in, and it's a backdoor finish for Drew Welch. Easy as they come. He had a hat trick in the last game against Indiana, and now adds his name to the score sheet to level things up for the Hat Tricks. Gets the Hat Tricks crowd fired up. A little bit of momentum here. Hat Tricks looking for their first home win of the season. 8:03 to play in the second. Tukane. Hat trick still on the one-man advantage. 56 seconds to go on Henning's penalty. Cross size looking for Crom. Raleigh. And that one escaped the zone. Tukane is going to have to reset. Tukane able to keep it in for a moment, but Corgan, who committed the first penalty, which led to the goal, out there on the ice now with 20 seconds to go on penalty number 2. Maybe one last rush. Robinson over for Welsh, looking for a second. Glove save from Colgan. Flashing the leather there to keep things level at 1. Feel the momentum shift, though, as the Hat Tricks get a crucial power play goal on the 2-man advantage. Top group out there again, Welsh, Ruiz, and Legkov. Cross ice and deflected off a skate. They'll give it to Dimitris Christou. They'll take it any way they can. And in a matter of minutes, it's 2-1 Hat Tricks. See Christou there walking in, and it's off the skate there of the Watertown defender. There, that's Andrew Utero, who, if there were own goals in hockey, it would definitely go against number 20 in white. But it'll be Dimitris Christou with his first goal of the season for Danbury. So 2 quick goals for the home team. Sees the Hat Tricks go up 2-1 with under 7 to play in the second. Gutierrez trying to break out. Over to Bencic. Bencic crosses the blue line. Henning. Traffic in front. Player down there was Kanderka. Michigan. Centers. Couldn't find Filipov. McDonald along the half wall. Backhands in. Trying to send in Kanderka. Kanderka in on goal for a third. Tried to backhand it to a teammate. Was hoping somebody was there with him. But a whistle and another penalty. So the third penalty of the period against Watertown. With 6:14 to go, Hat Tricks power play getting some more work. You see Kanderka there in on the break. Gutierrez had to stop him from getting the shot off. He'll head to the box for 2 minutes. Here he is, Kanderka. Lays it off for Welsh. Ruiz with a slapper off the bar and in. Johnny Ruiz. A slap shot from the center slot makes it 3 for Danbury and a 2-goal advantage for the Hat Tricks. See the quick maneuver there from Welsh, who found Ruiz in a load of space and just let one fly. Found the top corner, bar down. And safe to say, the Hat Tricks power play has come to life here in the second period. Under 6 minutes to play. Hat Tricks up 3-1 at the Danbury Ice Arena. Now for Legkov, trying to make it 4. Legkov, and another goal! Belfay finds the back of the net. And the scoring onslaught continues for the Hat Tricks. This is video game type stuff for Danbury. 4 goals in maybe 5 minutes. Legkov lays it off there for Belfay. Belfay's 4th goal of the year. And another power play goal for the Hat Tricks in quite the turn of events. And if you're Watertown, you're saying, what happened? We were up 1-0 only a couple minutes ago. If you were just watching the stream recently, in the last 10 minutes, you maybe got up, got some food, came back. Wait a minute. Why is it 4-1? Well, your eyes are not deceiving you, folks. Hat Tricks, an explosion of offense in the second period, stretching the lead to 3. 26 shots on goal for Danbury to Watertown 17, as another stretch save from Resar. So the giveaway from Robinson. Filipov just getting a shot off, and Resar again flashing the leather.
Post-game trick-or-treating brought to you by Caroluzzi's.
Face off won by Watertown. Gutierrez. Stick from Delory. Now behind the net. Bencic. Filipov. Filipov circling. Trying to evade Mo Valley and does. Back up to the point. Gutierrez thought about having a rip. Filipov. And in traffic caught. As we have a bit of a scuffle there. Extracurricular activities going on in front of Resar's net. No fights yet tonight. That was a feature of the first 4 games here at the Danbury Ice Arena. First 4 games of the season. First line back out there for Danbury, Legkov, Ruiz, and Welsh. Mo Valley and Delory, second defense pair. Banked off the half wall now with Corgan behind the net. McDonald kept it in, but now back here with Johnny Ruiz. Legkov banks it off the boards, holding off a defender, trying to cut in there. Newberg pokes it deep. Now along the half wall, Legkov still working. Spits out for Demetrio. Tried to get a stick on it, but Kanderka there. Newberg forward for Crom. Crom's on the chase. Gill off his stick, center for Crom, one-timer off net. As we approach under 4 minutes to go in the second period, Hat Tricks with 4 unanswered goals to break things open in game number 1 of this 2-game set this weekend. 2-0. And whistle. Offsides, says the referee. We'll be back here at the Danbury Ice Arena after this local ad read.
Head over to TK's American Cafe on White Street for 80 different wing flavors and good times. With 30 flat screen televisions and free Wi-Fi, we're the perfect spot to catch the game or enjoy a night out. Visit tksamericancafe.com for more.
3:40 to go in the second period. Danbury with a 3-goal advantage. It'll be Bird to take the face-off for the Wolves against Tomasi. Here he is, Bird. Save off the mask there by Resar. Ross lays it off for Snyder. Outside slot. Easy save. Bird and Harwell will take the draw. Watertown with it. Forced back into the neutral zone. Bird pressured by Harwell and Raleigh. Given away. Given back to Utero. In with Gordon. Lays it off for Bird. Back with Snyder. Utero. In front. LaBelle flips it out. Ross and Utero. Resar lays it off for Josh LaBelle. Forward for Robinson. Tape to tape with Raleigh. And now back in the neutral zone on LaBelle's stick. Who'll throw it on net. And the Hat Tricks will get a change with 2:37 to go in the second. Puck popped out into the stands. We'll have another whistle. I want to give another very special happy birthday to Lawrence Bronco Larry Sorcher. Happy 86th to Mr. Sorcher. Won by the Wolves. Now out with Filipov. Mishkin joining him. Try to lay it off for Mishkin. Stick there by Delory. Breakout. In on goal. Denied by Colgan. Right out in front. It was Ruiz there looking for his second. Had to go forehand, backhand, and back to the forehand. But Colgan staying tall. He's had a rough period, but doing his best to keep the deficit at 3 and give his team a chance in the third period. In addition to the final 2:06 here in the second. McDonald's helmet off as players collide behind the net. Over for Bencic into the zone. Shot, leg save. Filipov follow-up, save again. And banked out into the neutral zone. Ruiz taken down. And now a scrum right in front of the net. McDonald and a couple others going at it. As Ruiz is down right near the blue line. Took a hit there. See, it's poked forward there for Ruiz, who gets it out of his skate and then took a hit from, looks like it was Mishkin there who delivered the hit. Delory's going to the box for Danbury for a penalty in the aftermath. We'll let the referees sort this out as Johnny Ruiz gets some attention from the trainer. As Johnny's back and up on his knees. Johnny Ruiz, who needs no introduction, but we'll give it to you anyway. in hat tricks history. He's played the most games, has the most goals, has the most assists, has the most points in hat tricks history. Mr. Hat Tricks, as they call him. As you look at the replay again, sorting out what kind of penalties will come out of this one. You see Michigan come in there with the right arm, right shoulder. Ruiz headed to the locker room. 1:36 to go in the second. So it'll be a face-off in the neutral zone right outside the Danbury offensive zone. Does not look like there's going to be a penalty against a Watertown player. Referees conferring at center ice. Been a relatively clean game so far. As I said, no fights, no skirmishes yet. Although, knock on wood, as is so easy and often to happen. The tinderbox. Things can spark up at any moment in the FPHL. These two teams will have plenty of time to get to know each other in the next couple weeks. 6 straight games against each other. The next time Danbury plays a team that is not the Watertown Wolves will be on the 21st of November when they travel to Binghamton to play the Black Bears, who they already faced earlier this season. Swept at their place, a split series away and then home. Lost both of those contests 3-6 and then 0-3 at home on Saturday the 18th. Henning and LaBelle having a word with the referees, trying to sort this all out here. Mentioned Sebastian Reesar throughout the broadcast, of course, in net for the Hat Tricks tonight, was signed midweek before last weekend's series, made 50 saves and picked up a win in Saturday's game in that 6-3 win. Hat Tricks also signed goalie Christian Wong Ramos, who was in net for game number 2 on Sunday. He made 31 saves in that one in the 9-1 win. So it looks like the penalty on Delory, he's leaving the box. And I think after all of that, folks, no penalties. Although now it does look like that Michigan is in the box for Watertown. So 4-1, 1:36 to play in the second period. Hat Tricks up 3 goals as we get ready to end the second period here at the Danbury Ice Arena. Ruiz, excuse me. Not Ruiz, that is Legkov. Quick shot after the restart. In on goal. LaBelle. Centering for Belfay. Legkov. It's a 5-minute major against Michigan. Centering pass again. Couldn't find anybody. LaBelle. One-timer Welsh. Save. Kanderka. Tried to keep it alive. LaBelle forced back into the neutral zone. with 1 minute to go in the period. Forward ahead for Corgan. LaBelle's there to defend and sheared off number 18 in white. As Lykov took a spill down the near boards. Now into the zone. Robinson in deep. Helped on by Belfay. Tukane. Tukane, Belfay in the slot. One-timer, Tomasi almost spilled, but saved by Colgan. 3:50 to go on the 5-minute major. Ethan Mishkin serving the 5-minute major after the hit on Johnny Ruiz. Johnny went back to the locker room after the hit. Scored a goal this period, the third goal of 4. Tie up on the draw. Loose right along the edge of the blue line. And we'll have a whistle with 15 seconds to go. Another penalty upcoming, this time against the Hat Tricks. Jordan Crom will go to the box. So 15 seconds. There'll be some 4-on-4 hockey for the last 15 and change. And the start of the third period. Lykov, hands off. Back with Lykov, 8 seconds. A lot of room here. Lykov dekes around one into the slot. Hands it off, save, and squeezed with 2.1 seconds. So a last-second effort there from Alexander Lykov, who's been all over the place today, making things happen for the Hat Tricks attack. And with 2 seconds left, Watertown wins the draw. And that's it after the second period. Hat Tricks with 4 goals in quick succession blow the game open and now have a 3-goal advantage as we head towards the third period. 2 periods gone here at the Danbury Ice Arena. Goals from Welsh, Christou, Ruiz, and Belfay. As the Hat Tricks leave the ice, get ready for some intermission activities.
Well, you got the scoring started. Your teammates added 3 more. What do you think started clicking for you guys as a team?
I think we just started to wear them down with our speed, and they started to take a lot of penalties, and we were able to capitalize on the power play. So it's very huge for us, and hopefully keep it going.
This is your fourth goal in your 3rd game of play wearing a gender uniform. What do you think is working well for you personally?
I think just getting a lot of opportunities and shooting pucks when I can. I think the line mates are putting a lot of pucks in the net, and I just have to be crashing for them in. So
What needs to be done in this last 20 to finish it out?
I didn't get that question.
What needs to be done in the last 28 to finish it out?
We just got to keep playing smart, get pucks into their zone, and keep wearing them out. They're tired, so keep wearing them out.
Folks, we'll take a quick ad break and be back for some intermission activities. You're watching the Danbury Hat Tricks YouTube channel and also on Facebook here live from the Danbury Ice Arena.
Looking for top quality meats? Omaha Beef Company is your go-to wholesale food distributor. We carry a wide selection of beef, poultry, pork, cheeses, and pantry staples. Visit omahabeefcompany.com to learn more. Omaha Beef Company, serving Connecticut with quality.
Caesar, anything with that? Blue cheese on a good day. Blue cheese on a good day, I like it. All right, you got 5 pucks. Put one in the net, you win a prize.
Back here for the TK center ice shot. Here with the young guy in the Hartford Whalers uniform. Repping some Connecticut hockey. Though the Whalers are long gone, they still live in the hearts of many Connecticutians. And third shot rolling towards the net. Gonna be just short. We'll give him one last go. The lefty. This one with a bit more speed and just wide right of the goal. How about another? This one looks good and just creeps past the goal line. That was the TK center ice shot. Getting ready for chuck-a-puck in just a moment. I want to take this moment to give another happy birthday wish. Happy 86th birthday to Lawrence Bronco Larry Sorcher. Happy birthday, Mr. Sorcher. As they set up chuck-a-puck, we'll give you some out-of-town scores. Of course, 4-1 is your score here from Danbury. Down in Athens, Georgia, the Rock Lobsters are up 4-0 against the Twin City Thunderbirds. Give you a couple more out-of-town scores in a minute as the pucks fly, aiming for the hats and the trash bin. Haven't seen any go in. I see one bounced into the trash can. I see two now. And a third, I believe. Not sure if the strategy is to bounce it off the ice or try to go straight into the bucket. And even harder to get it into one of the hats. Fans giving it a go here. That one just missed. We'll stay on this until we hear about some winners. As the pucks continue to fly, we can let you know that Binghamton, who's on the road playing the Port Huron Prowlers, are up 5-0 and continue to be a force in the Empire Division, up 5-0 against Port Huron. The PD Ice Cats down south are up 6-2 against the Blue Ridge Bobcats. That one still in the second period. Two Midwest teams. The Topeka Scarecrows with a 2-0 advantage over the Indiana Sentinels, who hat tricks went out and played last weekend. See if we got any winners. Nothing in hat number 2. So a number of pucks go into the trash can. We'll wait for that one. So no winners in the hats. See what we got here.
We got 4 winners.
4 winners.
All right, let's check these out. An A166.
As they announce the winners, I want to remind you that this is the Crumble Cookie Chuck-a-Puck after the second period of every single game here at the DIA. Down in Mississippi, the Breakers are up 2-1 against the Monroe Moccasins. And finally, the Columbus River Dragons, have a 3-1 lead against the Baton Rouge Zydeco. Again, down in Louisiana. Those are your out-of-town scores in the FPHL. Reminder that the Hat Tricks and Wolves will be back at it again tomorrow here at the Danbury Ice Arena at 7 p.m. Puck drop. Hat Tricks looking good after 2 periods. We'll see where things stand as we get ready for period number 3. You're watching Danbury Hat Tricks Hockey.
Start your morning off right at Grounds Donut House. Enjoy our oversized artisanal donuts paired with premium coffee. For a unique treat, don't miss our ice cream-filled donuts. If you're looking for a sweet way to kick off your day, visit us in Danbury or check us out online at groundsdonuthouse.com/Danbury. Looking for great craft beer and live music? Visit Housatonic River Brewing in New Milford. Enjoy handcrafted ales in our rustic tap room or outdoor beer garden along the scenic Housatonic River. We're open Wednesday through Sunday with live music every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Check out our full schedule and offerings at HousatonicRiverBrewing.com. Looking for reliable waste management? Choose Interstate Waste Services, your local family-owned provider since 1998. We provide comprehensive waste and recycling solutions for homes and businesses with a commitment to sustainability and community. For more information, visit interstatewaste.com. Raise a glass to locally crafted spirits at Litchfield Distillery. Enjoy free tours and tastings of our award-winning spirits, including bourbon, rye, gin, and ready-to-drink cocktails. Open daily with tours on the hour. Book your spot at litchfielddistillery.com. Litchfield Distillery, batch by batch. Craving a craft beer escape? Come to Reverie Brewing Company in Newtown, where every pint is brewed with passion and flavor. Catch a rotating tap list, enjoy food trucks almost every day, and join us for live events and good times. Visit reveriebrewing.com for our menu, hours, and upcoming events. Reverie Brewing, don't quit your daydream. In the mood for a sweet treat? Visit Twister's Ice Cream Cafe in New Fairfield. Enjoy 32 delicious homemade ice cream and Italian ice flavors, including rotating specials. Plus, catch Twisters at all Danbury Hat Tricks home games this season. For more information, check them out on Facebook. Upgrade your home with Buzz-8 Appliance, your trusted source for top brand appliances and expert service. We've got the selection and knowledge to help you find the perfect fit. Visit our showrooms in Danbury and Brookfield or shop online at buzz8appliance.com. Buzz-8 Appliance, where quality meets dependability. Discover fresh quality and unbeatable value at Carluzzi's, your family-owned grocery market. We've got everything you need under one roof. Proudly serving Danbury and surrounding communities. Visit carluzzi's.com for weekly specials. Carluzzi's, where quality meets community. Hungry? Chick-fil-A has you covered in Brookfield on Federal Road and inside the Danbury Fair Mall. From the original chicken sandwich to fresh salads and nuggets, enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner your way. The perfect way to feed your family. Chick-fil-A, great food, friendly service. Craving something sweet? Treat yourself at Peach Wave of Bethel. Choose from a variety of creamy frozen yogurts, pile on your favorite toppings, and create the perfect swirl every time. Located right in the heart of Bethel, it's dessert your way every day. Stop in or visit peachwaveyogurt.com. Peach Wave of Bethel, where flavor... for the best in beverage distribution? Choose DiCello Distributors. From Anheuser-Busch to local craft beers, we offer a full range of beer, cider, and non-alcoholic options. Serving New Haven, Fairfield, and Middlesex counties, we're committed to quality service and community. Visit DiCello.com to learn more. Diversified Printing Solutions is your full-service print partner in Danbury. With over 50 years of combined experience, we handle everything from graphic design and branded premiums to bindery mailing and small or large print runs. DPS doesn't just print, we help you communicate from concept to delivery. Visit us online at dprintingsol.com. Struggling with pain or mobility issues? Turn to Hartsburg Chiropractic Health Center in Danbury. Specializing in posture correction, sports injuries, sciatica, arthritis, and more, our patients rave about personalized care and lasting results. Visit hartsburgchiropractic.com to schedule your consultation.
welcome back for period number 3 here between the Danbury Hat Tricks and the Watertown Wolves. So the Hat Tricks with a 4-1 advantage, 4 unanswered goals to really stretch out the lead. Referees just having a word with Josh LaBelle, the assistant captain. Still lots of penalty time left on the clock. It was Ethan Mishkin who is currently serving the 5-minute major. And in the box halfway through the 5-minute penalty is now Jordan Crom, who's serving a 2-minute minor for the Hat Tricks as we get underway here in the 3rd period. LaBelle forward for Welsh. 4-on-4 hockey for the moment. In about 1 minute and 20 seconds when Crom leaves the box. Hat Tricks back to a 1-man advantage for a couple minutes. Sent all the way back out. Christou will collect. Christou, who scored the 2nd goal, threw one off a opposing skate, off Andrew Utero's skate that made it 2. And 2 more after that, has it at 4-1. Legkov for Kanderka. Legkov backhand, away by Gill. Now Ryder. Shot wide. Gutierrez tried to handle, taken away by Kanderka. .18:46 to go in the 3rd period. 27 seconds left on the Danbury minor penalty. Pinned along the Watertown net, now whistle with 18:38 to go. Kanderka to take the draw against Boston Bird. Henning into the zone. Stops. Centered. No one around. And Mo Valley will handle. Hang it off to Delory. Penalty is over for Crom. Hat Tricks with a 1-man advantage for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Patient build-up. Now lays it off for Legkov. Walking in. The point, LaBelle on net. And deflected, almost in. And the rebound, score! Belfay with his 2nd of the night. Makes it 5-1 Hat Tricks. And it's all Danbury early in the 3rd period. LaBelle just threw one on net, hit some of the traffic. And Belfay there to clean it up. and net his second of the night. Scored the last 2 goals, 4th and 5th for Danbury. So the one-man advantage will continue, 5-minute major, but the Hat Tricks power play continues to thrive tonight. In the slot now with Robinson, blocker save. Welsh, LaBelle, Legkov, escaping some pressure, centered, poked in the air, no one can find it, and now Colgan finally smothers. See Legkov there throwing it deep, and might have went off the stick of Robinson there, flipped up in the air to the left of Colgan, who eventually found the puck. Now 38 seconds to go on the power play. Tukane. Thrown in front. Kanderka there. Raleigh out for Crom, kept in. Raleigh in a load of space and scores! It's Raleigh making it 6-1. And the offensive party continues for Danbury. 6 unanswered. Now with 17 minutes to go in the third and 24 seconds still left on the power play. You see Raleigh there in acres of space right in front of the goal. Jake Raleigh, his second goal of the season for the Hat Tricks. And 2 straight games for the Hat Tricks. You know, the first 4 games of the season at home. Not a lot of offense going on. Obviously 4 straight losses, going 0-4. As you go on the road to Indiana, offense finds its groove. And last Sunday, 9 goals scored against the Sentinels, and now 6 on the board against Watertown in game number 1 of this 2-game set this weekend. Harwell with the poke check. 1-on-3. Off the skate of Utero. Now tries to control. Forced back out into the neutral zone with Legkov. Almost a takeaway. Legkov forcing some pressure. Off a body now into the path of Gill, who enters the zone. Circling on the backhand. Muscled by Delory. Harwell with the hard check in the near corner. Bird slow to get up. And now Delory, here he is on the puck. Falls back to Bird, who looks a bit shaken up and now takes another hit there from Harwell. Christou along the half wall. Gets it to Robinson. 2-on-1. Legkov has Harwell. To Harwell. Shot. And there's the goal. Referee points to the goal, making it official, and it's 7-1 Hat Tricks. It'll be Legkov credited with the goal. Sauced it over to Harwell, whose initial shot was blocked. And Colgan couldn't find it. Legkov round the outside to punch it home. And we have got a lopsided one here on Halloween night. Scary stuff for the Wolves, down 6 goals after going up 1 in the first period off that Michigan goal. Had to be thinking they were on their way to stopping their 3-game skid. Looks like it's going to be 4 straight losses for the Wolves as McDonald in on net quick. Forces a freeze out of Resar. 37 shots on goal for the Hat Tricks. 25 for Watertown. Ryder wins the draw quickly. Out to McDonald, who had a drive that was blocked. LaBelle, breakout for Kanderka, trying to beat out the icing and cannot. In a race there with Zachary Ross. Newberg and Ryder to take the draw again for the Red Resars net. LaBelle banks it out, only as far as Ross. Plays it over to McDonald and back into the zone. Resar try to get a stick on it. Now Tomasi gives it a chop. Newberg lost the puck. Now Ryder to Demetrio. Kanderka trying to work through a slew of white jerseys. Here he is, waiting for some help. Gets it to Tukane. Tukane with a drive, save. Cycle deep for Belfay. LaBelle shot wide. And deflected off Corgan. LaBelle forced back with 14:07 to go in the third period. Hat-tricks well on their way to a third straight victory. 7-1 here at the DIA. Dumped in. Snyder, long looking for Filipov. Raleigh tried to find Robinson, had him in on goal if he could find him, but deflected off a Watertown skate. Boston Bird muscled off the puck, falls to Henning. Resar saves and slapped away, falling into the Watertown zone. Snyder pressured and pickpocketed by Crom. It's Legkov. Cross ice. Shot. Save. Sent back in front. Back out with Mo Valley. Low. Welsh off the crossbar. Didn't cross the line. Hat-tricks with some extended time in the offensive zone. Sent back in deep by Newberg. Legkov there. He's been here, there, and everywhere, number 91 in orange. Here he is walking in, taking a look in the slot. Now lays it off for Delory, who couldn't handle it. Henning will try to backhand it out into the neutral zone. Have another try here. Off the boards for Snyder. Long stretch here without a whistle. 12:18 to go in the third period. Just playing this one out here. Hat-tricks showing no signs of stopping the offensive attack. They put up 9 last time out. Who's to say they can't do it again here on this Friday night? Under 12 to play. Robinson. Cross ice for Tomasi. Took a weird bounce. High in the air. Now sent back in. Ryder chasing. Christou there first. Shielding. Given away. Demetrius. Shot. Save. LaBelle wins it back. Flips it out into the neutral zone. Harwell tried to get a stick on it. Ryder in deep for Demetrius. LaBelle taking a beat behind Resar's net. Still no whistle in a couple minutes. Harwell into the zone. Cross ice for Tukane. Played over to Delory. Delory on net. Forced to save. And played off the glass into the neutral zone, only as far as Belfay. Back into the zone. Belfay shot way wide. Kept in by Delory. Swung around back for Belfay. Behind the net. Centered. Harwell. Score! Referee says no goal. Premature celebrations. Went off the post and looked like it went in from here. We'll play on. Crom and company enjoying their time in the offensive zone, trying to make it 8 for the Hat Tricks. Delory sends it deep. Both teams will get a change. Movalion and Bird for Danbury and Watertown. Bird couldn't find Snyder. A big hit there on Bird, who's been on the receiving end of a couple big hits this period. Legkov moving in, deking, backhand, loose in front, and sent out of danger by Snyder. Trying to race up back the other way. And looks like we got a fight almost developing on the far side. Now with Ryder, poke check by Kanderka, 2-on-2. LaBelle forward for Kanderka. Into the zone has Newberg. It's Kanderka, save, and finally a whistle with 9:21 to play. We'll take a media timeout. We'll be back in a bit after these ad reads.
Start your morning off right at Grounds Donut House. Enjoy our oversized artisanal donuts paired with premium coffee. For a unique treat, don't miss our ice cream-filled donuts. If you're looking for a sweet way to kick off your day, visit us in Danbury or check us out online at groundsdonuthouse.com/Danbury. Looking for great craft beer and live music? Visit Housatonic River Brewing in New Milford. Enjoy handcrafted ales in our rustic tap room or outdoor beer garden along the scenic Housatonic River. We're open Wednesday through Sunday with live music every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Check out our full schedule and offerings at HousatonicRiverBrewing.com. Looking for reliable waste management? Choose Interstate Waste Services, your local family-owned provider since 1998. We provide comprehensive waste and recycling solutions for homes and businesses with a commitment to sustainability and community. For more information, visit interstatewaste.com.
Back here in Danbury, 9:21 to play. Tie up on the draw. Coming away with it is Utero. Forward for Benchich. Now LaBelle there first. Loose in front. Swings back out to Utero with a drive. Save again from Resar. Raleigh sends it behind. Belfay chasing Benchich, who catches a body blow there by Robinson. Both teams change. 5 fresh skaters on for the Hat Tricks. First line on for Danbury, Legkov, Welsh, and now Crom, who stepped in for Johnny Ruiz, who left the game in the second period amidst that barrage of goals. He got one of them in the process, but took a hit up high, went to the locker room. Filipov, save! Christou bringing it out, playing it to the opposite corner. Legkov there first, centered. Couldn't find Welsh. Under 8 minutes to play. Danbury with a 7-1 lead. Thrown on net, easy glove save. And in goal now for Watertown is number 30, Matt Lenz, the Calgary native. Played at Albertus Magnus College last year. It was actually Albertus and Western Connecticut playing before this game, so Lenz's alma mater getting some ice time here at the DIA. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Danbury Hat Tricks YouTube and Facebook.
Looking for the best in beverage distribution? Choose DiCello Distributors. From Anheuser-Busch to local craft beers, we offer a full range of beer, cider, and non-alcoholic options. Serving New Haven, Fairfield, and Middlesex counties, we're committed to quality service and community. Visit DiCello.com to learn.
Quick break there. Newberg and Corgan take the draw. And one by Newberg. Delory on net. Took a deflection. Demetrio tried to play it for Snyder. Too high. Banked off into the path of LaBelle. Sends it around. Getting the touch there was Matt Lenz. As I mentioned, in goal now for the Wolves. Cross ice for Snyder. Corgan in the zone now. Corgan from the outside slot. LaBelle around the boards. Finds Tomasi. Delory trying to skate his way out of pressure. Falls to LaBelle, who will help it forward for Kanderka. Players collide right at the center ice line. LaBelle in deep. And the hat tricks will change. Gill, pressured by Harwell. Forward for Filipov, who's surrounded by orange jerseys, forced to play it in. Try to dump and chase. Belfay out. No icing. Loose pass, poked forward, still with the Wolves. Ryder, given away, Harwell, nice move. And offsides was Legkov. Now in behind for Filipov, gets there first on the backhand. Couldn't really work off a shot. Now thrown cross ice to the near side here with Harwell, who will move it forward. Sent back in deep by Boston Bird. 5:35 to play in the third. Hat Tricks up 7-1. And we're going to get a penalty here on Justin Movalli on Bird.
Post-game trick-or-treating on the ice. Not in a costume, but you can go on the ice. Fans of any ages. Hat trick players will be distributing candy. Also, special welcome to the not-allowed high school
Fun activities after the game. Some trick-or-treating on the ice. You can get some candy from your favorite Hat Tricks players. Fun little event here for those in attendance on Halloween. So Mo Valley to the box, 2-minute minor. And Watertown will go back on the power play. Haven't converted yet tonight on the man advantage. It's Filipov, send it around for Bird. Cross ice looking for Gill. Took a deflection off a Hat Tricks stick. Slow build up. Bird couldn't handle it. Now played into the path of Welsh. Bird. Deeks around one. Can't get it out of his skates. Now it's Welsh and company trying to send it out of the zone and forced out. Now back with Gutierrez. Scored the 2 goals in the Wolves' last game. He'll work off a shot. Easy save for Resar. Now with Bencic in the near corner. 48 seconds to go on the Watertown power play. Tangle up in front. And we'll get a whistle here.
We got another kid from a non-allowed high school. It is Will Oscar. Will Oscar grew a 10-pound pumpkin and won the blue ribbon.
We'll have another penalty upcoming.
Annual pumpkin contest. Will Oscar is here.
Waiting to get the referee's signal. It'll be Gordon to go to the box. We'll be back after a quick break. Welcome back to the Danbury Ice Arena. Showing off some costumes amongst the crowd over there in the Animal House. Welsh will take the draw. Ryder wins it for the Wolves. And we'll have 2 penalties, 1 on each side, 4-on-4 hockey for the next 30 seconds. Gorgon on the forehand. Couldn't muster up a shot. Falls to Ryder. In deep for Utero. Couldn't get his stick on it. Now Delory has Legkov on his right. We'll hand it off to Legkov with some space. Deaking trying to get on his backhand. Back with it behind the net. Pressured by Gill. Given back. It's Robinson going in on goal. And eventually stopped there by Lenz. "47 shots on goal for the Hat Tricks tonight to Watertown's 30. So Hat Tricks now on the power play, having killed off the first. Here with Crom. Cross ice. Tomasi. Crom on net save. Takes around Filipov, kept in by Tukane. Now just escaped the zone. Hat Tricks will have to go back in. Tomasi laid off for Raleigh. Scored goal number 6 here tonight. Here he is behind the net. Tomasi, shot. Behind the net again. Backhanded back out to Crom now. Tukane. 24 seconds left on the power play. Falls to Raleigh. Robinson shot. Spilled. Played out to the half wall. Filipov shielding against Tomasi there. And the Hat Tricks able to win it back. 9 seconds on the power play. Robinson walking in. Plays it to Movalli. Movalli, tight angle. Not on target. Into the path of Filipov. Working on Tukane. So power play is over. Back to 5-on-5 hockey for the final 1 minute and 56 seconds. Kandrika with some speed. Utero. Now forward with Bird. Swung around. Held up by Resar. Fell in front. No one was there. Bounced off the glass by Harwell. Chase. Bird tried to enter it. Now Demetrio on the near side. It's Ryder. Demetrio, tight angle, save. One back by Ryder. Lays it off for Demetrio. Watertown still with it along the near wall. Bird's fighting for it. Out to Utero. Thrown on net. Deflected. Ryder couldn't get a shot off, but Resar was out of his net as we are under 1 minute to play. Lekov centers. Newberg able to get a shot off there. Point blank in front of Lenz. Lekov lays off for Welsh. Welsh trying to go the wraparound. Still loose in front. Tukane through some traffic. Played back out to Christou. Bit of a shot pass there for Tukane. Across the goal mouth. Now with Newberg. Hat-Tricks trying to get goal number 8 as we head towards under 20 seconds to play. Tukane blocked. Lekov trying to go the wraparound. Taken down. Thrown on net by Newberg. 5 seconds. Played along the boards. And that's it. The Hat-Tricks have their first win on home ice. A 7-1 win against the Watertown Wolves. A dominant performance in goal by Sebastian Resar. Hat-Tricks offense comes to life. They improve to 3-4 on the season. The Wolves fall to 1-5-1. Still sit in 6th place in the Empire Division. Hat-Tricks now at 9 points going into tomorrow's contest against the Wolves here at the Danbury Ice Arena at 7 p.m. Players circle around the center ice. Give their thanks to the fans who decided to spend their Halloween here at the DIA, supporting the Hat-Tricks, who now make it 3 straight wins and now have a 5-point gap between themselves in 5th place and the Wolves in 6th. As they raise the bucket, it's Belfay to spin it as the Hat-Tricks celebrate at center ice. They'll take a lap around, and the festivities are not over tonight. As I mentioned, trick-or-treating on the ice with all your favorite Hat-Tricks players. Fans able to come on the ice and get some candy. Want to give one last big happy birthday wish to Lawrence Bronco Larry Sorcher. Happy 86th to him. Father of the man himself, Herm Sorcher. Once again, your score here from the Danbury Ice Arena. Hat-Trick 7, Wolves 1. For our entire production team tonight, Patrick Grudberg here on play-by-play commentary saying so long and see you tomorrow night for some more Danbury hockey.